Hello students, so in this video we are going to cover about the pathophysiology of congestive heart failure. Here is content. What will be the content of this disease? Firstly, we will discuss about the definition, etiology, and what are the types of the heart failures, compensatory mechanism, and finally we will take about the treatment. So let's start with the definition. It is defined as a pathophysiologic state in which impaired cardiac function is unable to maintain the adequate circulation for the metabolic needs of the tissue of the body. And we can also define as it's a condition as a result of impaired pumping capability of the heart, in which the heart is not able to pump enough blood to all body parts. So we will discuss what here are one diagram through which we can compare what's the problem inside the congestive heart failure. We can see in the left side of the heart, the ventricles is in normal condition, means the thickness of the ventricle muscles are normal, whereas in the right side we can see that thickening of the ventricle chambers due to the congestive heart, means here is something has wrong, that causes the thickening of the ventricular muscles, and due to which our smaller filling capacity of the ventricles, and finally it leads to the low ejection of the blood. So now what is the etiology of the congestive heart failure, means what are the causes of the heart failure? Firstly, intrinsic pump failure. Intrinsic pump failure due to the myocarditis. In myocarditis means our muscles get inflamed due to something bacterial. It may be causes like a bacterial infections, viral infection. Ischemic heart disease due to the improper blood supply to the cardiac muscle, they get swelled. Second cause is the increased workload on the heart, increased pressure load on the due to which the our mitral wall get narrow, and due to which they unable to pump enough blood to the ventricles, from artery to the ventricles, and it leads to the impaired filling of the cardiac chamber. So what are the types of the heart failure? Here are some types of the heart failure. First is left side heart failure, due to the in which the stress of the left heart, means there is something wrong in our the left side of the heart. There is a decreased left ventricular output, and hence accumulation of the fluid upstream into the lungs. That means our left ventricles get inflamed, due to which narrowing of the ventricles, it leads to the uneven output of the blood into the aorta, and hence it leads to the accumulation of the fluid into the lungs due to the backflow of the blood into from ventricles to the arteria, and finally it goes to the lungs through the venous circulation. So what are the causes of this left side heart failure? Systemic hypertension, mitral stenosis, ischemic heart disease, and the myocarditis. Here are some reasons that causes the left side heart failure. Here are, we can see that what are the clinical manifestations, means what will happen if left side heart failure occur. Pulmonary, first is pulmonary congestion, means due to the accumulation of the fluid into our lungs, it causes the pulmonary congestion, means the stiffness and the difficulty in the breathing. We can also see that edema is a condition that also occurs due to the left side heart failure, due to the accumulation of the blood into the ventricles. It leads to the high pressure into the artery, and finally leads to the hypertension into the venous vessels. Then this extra pressure leads to the secretion of the fluid into the tissues, and it will lead to the edema, means accumulation of fluid into the lungs. Dyspnea. Dyspnea is a condition due to the accumulation of the fluid into the tissue of the lungs. It leads to the difficulty in the breathing, and we can also say that it creates problem in lungs respiration system. And a decreased left ventricular output due to the insufficiency of the ventricular muscles into the pumping blood. It leads to the decreased output into the aorta, and we can also see that due to which sodium and the water retention occur, because when our body not getting the enough blood, then it leads to the hypotension into the systemic circulation, and due to which our bodies try to compensate to retain the water and the sodium level into the body. Muscular weakness and the fatigue. If our body is not getting enough blood, then our cells will become weak and fatigue. That's why we feel fatigue. Here are in a diagram we can see that this flow chart will show how is occurring due to the ischemic heart disease, myocarditis, valvular heart disease. It leads to the decreased cardiac output, and due to which decrease the renal perfusion. It means renal function also get stopped to persist the fluid into the body. Activation of the RAS system. RAS means renin-angiotensin aldosterone system, that try to compensate the hypotension, and it will lead to the sodium and water retention, and due to which pulmonary congestion and edema occur. Here are other conditions that occur due to the congestive heart failure. Right side heart failure. It occurs when the pressure develops within the myocardium is not able to push the blood to the lungs. Means we can see that here are some causes why this happens. As a consequence of the left ventricular heart failure, due to the ventricular heart failure, it leads to the accumulation of the fluid into the lungs, and when our left arteria to left ventricular blood flow in left ventricular fluid get accumulate due to the decreased pressure into the ventricular, because our lungs already has filled up with the fluid, then it will push the blood against the pulmonary venous circulation. Here are our second cause is the tricuspid valvular disease, in which the our valvular disease causes the accumulation of the fluid into the right left ventricles. Okay, myocardial disease. Here may be other disease like myocardial disease that leads to the accumulation of the fluid into the ventricles. So in this flow chart we can shortly see that how it occurs. Left heart. Due to the left heart failure, residual blood into the left ventricle causes increased pressure in the pulmonary venous circulation, and finally it leads to the pulmonary arterial hypertension, and it leads to the systemic venous congestion and peripheral edema, because our we try to take the blood from the body into the lungs, but our lungs already exiting our other pressure due to the accumulation of the blood into the lungs. That's why our fluid get accumulated into the our peripheral region, like into the limbs, and in this condition our limbs become the swell up, lower limbs. Okay, here one other condition occur, backward and forward heart failure, second type of heart failure. In backward heart failure, either of ventricles fails to eject blood normally due to the accumulation of the ventricular blood into the, and resulting in increase in volume and pressure in the artery, which is transmitted backward. Due to the insufficient pumping of the ventricular muscles, it leads to the backward flow of the blood from left ventricles to the left artery, and it will finally go back into the lungs through the pulmonary veins. Okay. In forward heart failure, it occurs when the heart is not pumping enough blood needed by the body. If in this condition our ventricular muscles get inflamed and they don't have a ability to pump forward the blood into the aorta to fulfill the requirement of our body. This forward failure decreases the blood flow to other various organs. And finally, symptoms of this are weakness, fatigue, because our body cells not getting enough blood, and we already know that blood is mainly responsible for the oxygen supply, and oxygen is finally important for the metabolic activity. If metabolic activity is stops, then we don't get enough energy. That's why we feel fatigue. Now, here are some compensatory mechanisms. Cardiac hypertrophy, in which our cardiac muscles try to compensate by increasing their cell size, and so that they can more work, like and it is of two types: left ventricular hypertrophy and the right ventricular hypertrophy. In left ventricular hypertrophy, means the left ventricular muscles try to increase the cell size, and it causes the systemic hypertension, aortic stenosis, and mitral insufficiency. Right ventricular hypertrophy causes pulmonary artery hypertension, tricuspid insufficiency, chronic lung disease due to the accumulation of the fluid right into the right ventricles. Cardiac dilation, in which our cardiac muscles get dilated due to the overpressure of the blood into the ventricles, and it will lead to the valvular insufficiency, myocarditis, swelling into the myocardial muscles, systemic hypertension. So here are treatment, how we can treat this condition. So first is basic or lifestyle changes. We should low the we should don't use high concentration of sodium intake. We should low sodium intake, exercise, weight reduction, so that we can compromise with the uh, right side heart failure. Avoiding excessive fluid intake, like alcohol and smoking, because its pathology causes the finally heart failure. Second, pharmacologic therapy means drugs what we can take during this condition. Digitalis, like diuretics, which increase the urination process to compensate with the hypertension. Vasodilators, uh, vasodilators means it dilate the blood vessels volume. So thank you. I hope you will understand it very well. Thank you so much. If you need notes, then you can comment on this below the